times are hard. I'm barely scraping by.
All this walking has made my legs ache of fright.
I swear I've never slept better.
There's got to be a way to earn more coin than this.
Pleasant dreams. I'll have nightmares if I let myself worry over much.
Tis so dull when there's nothing doing.
If I could, I'd never leave.
My eyes aren't what they used to be. I could almost nod off where I stand.
I'm dead on my feet. Maybe I'll keep right here.
Can't put a price
I
on
hate the
it.
weather holds. Finally, some peace and quiet.
This town must have needs. 'Tis my duty to find them.
Must remember to dust the shelves.
Isn't there anything to do around here?
Oh, would that I could spend all day here.
I hope I've not left all undone.
Washes all my troubles clean away, this place.
Always another errand to see to.
My eyes aren't what they used to be. Needs to be taken care of before the day's done.
Washes all my troubles
I've
clean
little
away,
enough
this
gold to
place.
spend as 'tis.
I want to turn in for the night. Come rain or shine, I'll make the best of it.
I swear I've never slept better.
Oh, would that I could spend all day here.
I'm the spirit of a woman half my age. All this walking's made my legs ache of fright.
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale.
Welcome to the Star Drop. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to... Always a pleasure.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. A justice not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out.
The rules at your leisure.
Suppose I'd best run along.
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. It would be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true Arisen then. The only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your corp? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are three. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports. Next is Half Village, west of Vernworth. I believe. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight.
We have been charged with the felling of monsters. We have naught to fear if we default to the experience at our disposal.
Mayhap I'll seek out a town I've yet to visit.
Oh, 'tis you! You're the good sir who aided me in Melve. Thank you again, sir. You don't know how grateful I am to you. Oi, sir!
Well met, sir. Forgive my presumption, but were you the one who gave my granddaughter that medicine in Melve? I thought so. She's not stopped talking of her adventure since she arrived home. You have my sincerest thanks for aiding her. That girl's always running off on some fool's errand or other. For all my chide. Now listen, 'tisn't much, but I'd fain offer you a discount on my wares. Pray, make good use of it, won't you?
I don't know what to do. There's got to be something I can do.
Hoi, friend. Fair warning. Goblins are behind these ox cart raids, I've since learned. No doubt they're hoarding the stolen arms in their den. From the tell of it, their lair. Pray do be careful. Losing my wares for good would make me sore. But no sack of gold could...
Making our report ought to be our next priority.
With this, the weapons we sought are all accounted for. Shall we present them to Sir Klaus? I believe I can guide you to the person in question.
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Oh-ho! You have procured an archer staff, I see. Most excellent. You may now change your vocation. However, if you wish to register as a warrior instead, you will need to acquire a great sword. Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Marvelous! You have acquired both an archer staff and a great sword. You may now change your vocation as desired, sir. What's more, I bear glad tidings. 'Twould seem our arms shortage is at an end.
Outstanding.
A job well done.
We mustn't grow complacent, but steel ourselves for the trials to come.
Might not one of the bandits in Vernworth's jail know of the methods employed by thieves and their ilk?
Good evening, sir. I trust you...
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow.
Far and wide I've traveled, but this is the only world I'd call home.
Welcome.
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust? Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here. Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
I can't stand this. How horrible.
Turns my...
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
Would allow us to save our strength, assuming we are not attacked, that is.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Unless you've any objections arisen, I will plot our course from the nearest location. The soldiers delivering freight will... Last espied near Vermon's eastern edge. That's not far. From here?
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
'Tis a hobgoblin!
Weak to lightning strike.
I can't stand this. Why would someone do something?
I'll not stand high.
Well met. Looking to make a... purchase? Much obliged, sir.
This party is fit for adventure. Our strengths complement each other well.
Capable comrades are a boon indeed.
Right you are. A profitable endeavor.
Scared? You should be.
I can't imagine we're in need of a campsite just now.
Let us return once we've grown tired from our labors. How are we to get through this door?
This looks as if 'twould fetch a hefty sum.
Whether or not we make the sale is for the Arisen to decide.
See what you can do. And mine. Think you can run? You're not going anywhere.
The paths to victory are myriad. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
It is not what I expected. One can never have too many materials. I'll harvest some.
On my way!
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
Look there. I espy another statue.
I can foresee no reason not to go see it up close.
Come on.
It seems they bear us ill will. We ought to proceed with caution.
Cave. Shall we proceed into the depths?
Narrow passages may await us. Be on your guard.
By your leave. These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair. this tree!
We've found a hidden path. This sort of discovery really lifts the spirits.
Heed your senses. If aught feels out of place, it could very well be a trap.
Remain alert, and naught shall catch us by surprise. In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a treasure chest in this area. Perchance you'd like to see it. I see our goal has changed. I would not pursue that.
Protect the shipment! Steel yourself! Cut the fiends down! Don't let them touch the shipment!
V! How did this happen? You must defend the cargo!
They're a tenacious lot.
That's what I'm talking about!
'Tis done.
I thank you for coming to our aid. And what luck! Nereus!
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Have we purchased all that we require? We ought to review the contents of our packs just to be sure.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring. Goblins, Master! I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself. I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
Wait a moment.
Battle is best avoided here.
Stupid human!
Broken, and apparently is beyond our means. We have no choice but to take the longer way around.
Nothing else for it, I suppose.
At once, Master. Thank you kindly. I did not mean to trouble you.
You mustn't let this stop you. Well and true.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
No harm shall come to you. Our task is complete.
I concur.
us press on with our next objective. Shall I lead you to the location nearest here, Arisen? We were to make for Harve Village, as I recall. 'Tis not far from here.
Seems to me we'll find some rare materials here.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find?
To charge ahead may be to rush headlong into danger. Let us take care to move as one.
Oh, it was but a trick of the light.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
I learned of a forgotten riftstone in this area during my time beyond the rift. I can take you to it if you like.
Yon chest lies just beyond our reach.
Is there no way to reach it?
My curative magics are at your disposal.
Efficiency at its best.
Let us try for the same result with our next attack. The day grows darker with our every— Goblins, master!
I shall not fail.
Yon statue makes for a fine landmark.
Climbing it would grant a clearer picture of our environs. Arisen?
Oh, you've come to a dangerous place. Scaly beasts make this a small force ventured inside, though I've seen neither hide nor hair of them since. Seems the I'll not stop you if you wish to explore, but don't look for my aid if aught goes awry.
They have no power save through my own.
Here we are.
We found a chest. Let us examine what it has to offer.
We have reached our destination.
Fine. There's a haze over my eyes. Can anyone hear me? We need help. I don't want to fall here. Damn lizard. Is this where I'm to draw my last? I'm Sonic. I am in your debt, sir. Thanks to your valor, I shall live to fight another day.
Water is nigh invisible in this gloom. No few times has an overconfident step soaked my boots.
I expect that's a common occurrence in our line of work.
was. Have you come to forgive me? I cannot seem to walk of my own accord just now. Would you aid me in reaching the entrance?
Would you mind coming over here?
Tis rather high. It might be beyond our reach.
Master, I believe I could be of aid here. Might I be of assistance?
Be on your guard. There are innumerable corners where an enemy might conceal themselves here.
Keep your eyes peeled.
You went in there to save my fellow soldiers. Well now. I underestimated you, friend. I shall send word of your deeds to the captain. You've done well this day. I thank you. We'll see to the rest of this mess. You need not trouble yourself further.
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
Over here, if you please. We have arrived.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak? There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. You've done a fine job culling those monsters, Your Majesty. 'Tis common knowledge among the people that 'twas you who delivered them from danger. The number of those who seek out this tavern in the hope of an audience with the Arisen grows by the day. Should you continue to display such valor, the day will soon come when Disa can no longer deny an ere it slips my mind.
And with that, our task is done.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to Your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Disa demanded Waldar amend the Code of Vermont to her own benefit. And many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that Your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for Your Majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in... I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, take this. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, Your Majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be...
Would you mind coming over here?
I sense eyes upon us.
Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
'Tis not for us to gainsay the...
Oi there, friend! All I ask is that you hear my request. My thanks, sir. As to the matter at hand, it concerns my ox cart business. I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road, but now I feel prepared to start making trips to... Only trouble is, there are still monsters about. That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Margit, the Watchhead's wife, to be delivered to one Sir Leonard in Melv. I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that the... Splendid! I knew I would now. The carts only depart, and mind you don't forget to pay your each cart travel. So anyone think pat enough of my letter. Oh, and I'll pay your fare this time. Come find me when you've delivered that letter. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
Let us see this delivered swiftly and intact.
We're to see this letter to Sir Leonard and Melv. Shall we board the ox cart as directed, Master?
It falls on me to resolve this.
This ox cart's bound for Mel. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
What ought I to do? I'll sleep like a log.
Stand strong!
One wrong move, and I dread to think. Damn dragon! Hurry, everyone! Get yourselves to safety!
You go with them. I'll fell that thing myself. There you are.
It's my home. You cannot expect me to abandon it. Please equip yourself. Avoid it at all costs. The prison has been torched. Quick, douse the flames.
All together now! We attack at once!
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. You are in need of healing. Allow me to right there. I can hardly believe it. The beast is slain? Then you truly are the Arisen.
Incredible. Somehow I knew you'd come. You have my gratitude as well, sir.
Ulrika, glad I am to see you unharmed. You must return to the village. Everyone is concerned for you.
Forgive me. I'd best go. But I shan't...
We managed to repel the dragon, but what will become...
That wasn't the dragon, but a poor imitation of it. No wonder I feel so hollow. Aye, for so long as we are united in our resolve...
Wasn't sure we'd survive that. Aye, what can I do for you? Ah, a letter from Lady Margaret, you say? It's a fair way you've come, then. Thanks. She's a kindly sort, I must say. We met when I worked with her husband, Sir Gregor, on one occasion. Now she's taken to inquiring after my health at the turn of every season.
We'd best report back.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
Would allow us to save our strength, assuming we are not attacked, that is.
This ox cart's bound for Burnworth. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
I'm in fine fettle today.
Crossing me.
Trial as it comes.
That's it. I've had enough. Clear off. And
but I've got the coin. I swear it. I simply just...
Where is it then, eh? Bring the coin, all of it.
'Tis uncommon for a lad of his age to be unable to shop on his own. Mayhap we ought to lend him a hand.
Fancy a look at my wares? Always a pleasure.
Oh, 'tis you. You're a welcome sight. Forgive my boldness, but I've a small favor to ask of you. Would you be willing to lend me some gold? I swear you'll be repaid in full. I don't believe it. How did you know I wanted this? Never mind, I'll treasure it all the same. You've my thanks, sir, and pray let me return the favor someday.
He seems a young man of decent character. I believe his promise to repay your kindness was a genuine one.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Many thanks.
What did you think of that story? 'Twas well told and all, but not... I'd heard tell of a beggar doing... And by the look of it, he doesn't appear to be making...
Ah, you've returned. How did you fare on the journey to Melv? Splendid! You've been an immense help, I must say. The cart reached its destination safe and sound, and...
Ox carts seem a convenient choice for longer journeys. I see no harm in making use of them as needed. Master.
I quite agree.
Oh dear. What am I to do? Hail, friend. I've an eye for people. I'm in a bit of a quandary. Fear not. I'd be much obliged. Sound appealing?
Take it easy today. Times are acting up.
I'm always doing about a dozen things at once.
My bed.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Where to now?
Tell is, Vermund was once a Beastren kingdom.
Truly?
Indeed. Though 'tis not widely known among the common folk.
See what's selling lately. I'm surrounded by winches on all sides.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Naught but fry,
I've had many customers with a decent coin of late.
It's been a hard day.
I'd swear I've...
You've come! Glad to see. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop...
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let us make good use of it while we can.
Right you are.
I'm tired.
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
Well then, son. How might I be of service?
How can I get more customers to shop here? Mayhap I ought to ask around town.
Swapping stories is one of life's great pleasures.
My stomach's
Fancy a little
growling. Time for an early supper.
good. Can't let myself get
Some might find singing tedious.
Where will the wind blow me today?
It's been a hard day.
What's life without a bit of fun?
Bit bland. Well medicine.
By your leave, Arisen.
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
Isn't there anything to do?
How can I get more customers to shop here?
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Suppose I could visit someplace new.
Mayhap I'll set out on my own.
I must earn my king's faith.
Here's hoping there'll be no trouble.
All my troubles clean away this place. Messages are fun to write. Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Welcome. A mug of ale. Take it easy today.
Say, do I know you from some? Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Always a pleasure.
The things I could do with an ox cart full of gold.
Always another errand to see to.
Budget dollars.
Look, as long as you please.
Peruse at your leisure.
Would that I could spend all day.
Look, as long as you please.
Time to find me a mark. I'm the spirit of a woman, aren't I? Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Heraldry is not from a movement's in caution.
Would that I could spend all day here.
Might head to market.
Where will the wind blow me?
Pray, allow me to open yon chest.
shan't resist.
Do naught but fry of late.
Do stop and have a look. And where's
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it? Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
This isn't much to go on.
that old fool? Wouldn't last a day without me.
Some of us get complacent, but I train every day.
These old bones can't put a price on peace and quiet.
I've no need of my doesn't feel like it used to.
Barely drag my ass out of bed.
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
You!
Where will the wind blow me today, I wonder?
Days like this week. Well met, son. How might I be of... I'll take the night watch of the desk work, anyway.
It's a good time, this place.
Well, this is no good. Can't let myself
I've the spirit of a woman half my age.
Worry, you've given me an aching back.
Carl doesn't fill up like it used to. You!
My, I'm trapped like a rat in a cage. This Arisen's both shrewd and fleet. Ah, 'tis obvious, no? I am an agent, of a sort. Let's just say there are some who don't want you wandering about as you please. I was to report on your comings and goings, you see. But I suppose that job's over, now you found... So, how about it, friend? Will you let me go? I've no reason to trouble you any further. Aye, aye. You'll have your coin. That's how this works, isn't it? Haha. Glad we understand each other. I'll be on my way then.
We allowed the agent to flee. I cannot help but wonder whether 'twas the right choice.
I know not what to say. Pawns are forbidden from entering the castle grounds, but we may accompany you to the entrance.
Well met, sir.
Oh dear.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treating...
We must rest, though the sun is still... Though our foes were familiar, our tactics were most novel. 'Twas an Welcome.
Over here, if you please. We're here.
We meet again. Truth be told, I was hoping we might. Would you care to stay and talk a moment? I'm glad. Sit down, won't you? I'm rather fond of this place. I ne'er imagined a city could be like this. So full of excitement, so... And how could I have? In all my life, I've hardly left the palace. Oft did I long for a taste of... My mother has always procured the things I covered for me. Of course, in the end, you were... That's all right. I wanted to give you some... My apologies. Thank you for indulging me.
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by...
Hey, Cyclops! If our destination...
I brought you something.
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
Fewer burdens certainly makes for smoother travels. I dare say the spring has
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to... The foremost hospitality in... You know where to find me. This inspires no...
I can accompany you to the castle entrance, Master, but no further. Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
Very well. I shall await further orders. didn't leave the pot on to boil. Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
My apologies for the wait. We grew further apart than I'd anticipated.
Do take care not to stray so far next time.
Quite a predicament.
Fine place to collect my...
So, you've come. Captain Brandt bade me allow...
Have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Oho! The ruler, you say. Claim you to be arisen as well, then? I must applaud the audacity of spinning such a falsehood. Though the possibility certainly stands that the man currently residing in the palace is but a pretender. Ah, they say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, he went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true Arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the spot. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends an escape here, and that said, tell me, I suspected as much.
Barely the vim to tie my boot.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
What's this? Come to admire my... Oh, to think my eminence says, if only my collection were alas, and 'twould wound if you're curious. The man's home is located...
Shall we seek some answers? It's in the mood for a song.
Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off a hermit.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Arms, arms for the poor. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune... Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I... Many thanks. May fortunes... Ah, hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance you would be willing to aid me with another matter. You see, one of the children we care for here at the Gracious Hand has gone missing. Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine he would have run away. This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself in some strange corner of it. Might I impose on you to search for him?
Let us begin by gathering information.
You have my support. We may benefit from pursuing the information. I can guide you to the place, Arisen, or thereabouts.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Is Malcolm all right? We were supposed to go exploring together. Wish he'd woken me up. I was really looking forward to going down into those vaults.
Malcolm's been really in... Just the other day, he was going round... Malcolm? All he... Don't know why he bothered...
Shall we report our results?
Vaults, eh?
Vaults, you say? By my knowledge, they were sealed off. Ah, but you mentioned rubble, aye? Then perhaps the lad found a way through. Come, I fear there's not a moment to lose. Pray, follow me, and quickly. I believe this is the place to which the children were referring. Look there, a hole. Could he have passed through here? There is naught to be done but have a look for ourselves. Let us make haste.
Tis overly narrow here, and ill-suited to combat. How are we to get through this door?
Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside. On my way!
Malcolm, thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal...
Sir Kendrick, you'll never believe books, sir.
Truly, perhaps we ought...
We ought to follow close behind, lest we get separated.
Indeed, you are correct.
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing?
'Tis quite a fine... Why, I've ne'er... Might I ask that we cannot... we ought to entrust... As for you, Malcolm...
Oh, but...
However, let's investigate...
It near boggles the mind that so impressive an archive slumbered here. 'Tis surely any scholar's dream.
Indeed, you are correct.
Why must fate be so cruel?
This is more than I can bear.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
To be heading home.
Welcome, sir. If you think me a liar, then buy some... Ah! I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well. I shall have your order crafted in good time. A little patience is... Hope to see you again.
Well met, son. How might I be of service? Time to be heading home.
Welcome, sir. If you think me a liar, then buy something and see the truth. The item you requested is complete. Here you are, sir. Use it well. On the transference of... 'Tis not like to do much. Take care how you use it, sir. Ah, I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well. I shall have your order crafted in good time. A little patience. Hope to see you again.
The jadeite orb is safely in hand.
Have you come from Vernworth? The ancient battleground to the north is overrun with hordes of fell. In times past, 'twas safe enough a night. Since a few days past, skeletons and... It could be that aught's befallen the cenotaph. Say, if I cannot dissuade you from traversing the ancient battleground, would you consider passing by the cenotaph and make... Could it be aught's befall if I cannot dissuade you?
Always
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Welcome, sir. If you think me a liar, then buy something and see the truth for yourself. The item you requested is complete. Here you are. Sir, use it well. Hope to see you again.
A forgery. I wonder whether we'll find a purpose for it.
My heart shies from the thought of using it for deception.
So, how goes it? Did you manage to retrieve the Jadeite orb? Ah, splendid. Before we discuss your reward, however, there is one final matter to... You see, in my line of work, trust is paramount. And so we shall go to verify the orb's authenticity. Come, I trust old... Follow my lead.
Not much has changed since I was a girl.
Fancy a little wine, please?
Good day, Ibrahim. Now, I have a bit of business to attend to while he...
What is it? The appraisal's not yet done. What's this for, then? That shan't get you anywhere, I'm afraid. You're a persistent one, aren't you? Gold, heavens fend. That's more than I can refuse.
Now here's a welcome sight. Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
He ought to be finished by now. Come, let us go see. You have done your title proud, Arisen. This Jadeite orb is indeed the genuine article. My partners shall be most relieved to hear of its return. You have certainly earned your reward. I trust you will find it satisfactory, and I do hope you will permit me to call upon you again, should aught arise.
True to his word, Sir Everard has paid us handsomely for the orb, and plentiful coin is always welcome on our journey.
There you are! Pray, tell me, have you found the Jadeite orb? Oh, thank you, thank you! Now my freedom is assured. Pray, take this. I know 'tisn't much, but I've naught else to offer. Right, I'd best get going. Sir, though we may ne'er meet again, know that I shall remember this kindness as long as I live. Farewell.
I hope Sir Othulf shall lead a life free of cares, now that we have released him from his shackles.
One could not have hoped for...
Oi, you there! You've just arrived in town, haven't you? I don't mean to pry, only it's my grandson, a boy by the name of Rog. He's gone missing.
Morris, I've just found out Roger's been abducted by beasts.
What? No! How can that be?
I've just heard news. Rog was seen being dragged off by wolves.
Oh, my poor boy. We must go rescue him at once.
Morris, think what you're saying, friend. We can't go charging off after the lad. We are no match for such creatures.
Do you truly expect me to do naught but twiddle my thumbs when my only grandson's been taken from me? The soldiers won't do aught for him, will they now? Consarn it all. He's right. But what else am I to do? If I do not... Do you truly mean that, sir? You will save my grandson. If you return him to me, I will be forever in your debt, stranger.
We may benefit from pursuing the information.
Hold on. Some strap comes to I'm ready for the trouble.
Welcome as fine ale. What ought I to do?
You'll never believe this, but the other day, I saw an elven woman and a dwarven man walking hand in hand. Normally, you put an elf and a dwarf in the same room and they'll be trading blows before you can blink. Mayhap my eyes deceived me.
The flowers that bloom around here glow come nightfall. From what I can glean, the petals absorb the sun's light by day and release it after. Isn't that unusual?
What ought I to do?
I'd best get to work.
What is true peace?
Twill take a better mind than much. Shame there aren't as many folk spinning tall. I rather enjoyed hearing the one about the Gigantus. 'Tis said to descend in times of conflict, scattering friend and foe alike, and leaving only death and ruin in its... Sounds like the last thing we need, doesn't it?
Aye, I met Roger by the cenotaph, on the eastern side of town. He had what looked like a bundle of grass with him, only he was carrying it as though 'twere of the greatest import. He would say no more than 'twas a secret. So I told him to get home safe. Yet no sooner had I turned my back than I heard him scream. I charged to his aid, but a wolf was already scarpering with him and its jewels. Poor lad. His cries haunt me even now. Pray help him if you can, sir. He deserves a...
What am I supposed to do?
Suppose I could visit someplace new.
Might you be looking to enlist? I will see to it that the law is up. I will see to it that the law...
What? This again? I am aware of the situation, sir. I feel bad for the lad, but I don't have time to go chasing after every child who goes missing. Monsters are a fact of life in these parts. It is not the first time they've preyed on some poor villager, and it shan't be the last. There's nary a thing I can do about it.
I will see to it that the law... I trust all's well.
Poor Rog. He truly is a lovely boy, and he's delivered me my remedies many a time. Once, he even picked... I still recall his smile when he told me about the beautiful flower bed he tends to on the outskirts of town. Oh, Rog, will I e'er see your smile again?
I will see to it that the...
Furthermore, oft do we call on you to carry the burdens we cannot.
Mayhap the flower bed will offer some clue as to Roger's whereabouts. Then follow me. I'll lead the way. We have found the material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my... I'd sooner not back to have your quarrel. Yet if they mean us harm, we can defend them. I'll save you.
Go where your help is needed.
That is never have I encountered such a strategy.
Now that is a surprise. vein of ore lies yonder.
Take care you don't line up more than you can carry.
Was careless. Know your limits.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
There will be other opportunities to lead. For now, let us follow. Oxen are sturdy creatures, aren't they?
'Tis best to leave harmless creatures be.
Now, what might that be?
We ought to take a closer look.
Is not yet routed.
Outstanding. This wound is proof of my negligence.
You're a welcome sight, Arisen.
Look there. I espy another statue.
Shall we search for a path to lead us to it?
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
Hobgoblin! No one can defend themselves when grappled like this. Thank you.
Are you all right?
Focus your strength, Arisen!
Am I going to make it? What's going on? I remember. The wolves. How is it you saved me? Didn't you, sir? How did you know where I was? I suppose he must be worried. If it's all the same to you, sir, I think I'd like to go home now.
Making our report ought to be our next priority.
Water is nigh invisible in this gloom. No few times has an overconfident step soaked my boots.
I expect that's a common occurrence in our line of work.
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen? Would you mind coming over here? We have reached our destination.
Need anything? Stop by again soon. Rog? Rog! Is that you, my boy?
Hello, grandfather.
'Tis a miracle! You're alive and in one piece! Oh, joy of joys! I thought ne'er to lay eyes on you again.
Grandfather, you're smothering me.
Oh, hush! You don't get to complain of such things after you worried me half to death.
I'm very sorry, grandfather. I didn't mean to cause you grief.
And you? Words alone will ne'er be enough to express the depth of my gratitude. I am truly in your debt. Pray, take this. 'Tis naught but a trifle in comparison to your kindness, but I hope you will accept it all the same. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for saving me.
Sir Fulvio, the artist whose service Sir Clark commissioned, is residing in Batal. Shall we go and meet with him? Methinks I know where to find the person you're looking for.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Got nothing to fear if I keep my wits about me.
Over here. If you please.
So, we meet again. Long as I live, I shall never need
anything?
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
Well, have you found some place I might say? Oh, to think such a place existed. Oh, very curious. Guide me outside, then.
Tis no easy thing, making a living as a soldier.
This should be far enough. If you truly are arisen, words may be wind, mayhap the knowledge I bring.
Like it or not, I must go where duty calls me.
This might be worth a read.
Let's have a look then.
Greetings, Your Majesty. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. It seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's dedication to justice shall doubtless be a great boon to our cause. Mayhap 'twould be prudent to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his vast stores of wisdom. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take this. Consider...
A result to be proud of.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. For some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign was recovering from his battle wounds. But as I hear it, he is now well enough to walk unaided. And so, in honor of his supposed valor, they have been holding masquerade in the palace of late. The false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. Even the matter of from where he hails remains a mystery. But mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse into the man behind the mask. What say you, Your Majesty? My thanks. Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. Once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Here, this should take care, Your Majesty. There is one other thing. Masquerades being as they are, you will require suitable raiment. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers.
Interested in my world?
It seems you must attend a palace masquerade if you're to meet the one who would falsely claim your title. Shall we make for Vernworth Palace?
I must ask you to leave this place at once.
Soil of learning.
Quiet here. Our brigands lurking about.
Welcome respite from all that hustle and bustle. What will you give me for last night's scuffle?
Can't wait for the new equipment coming.
I must ask you to leave this place at once.
Suppose I can always run.
I must ask you to comport yourself with the utmost civility while you are in the masquerade hall.
Have you heard? There's to be more restrictions on goods traded with the tower.
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour all the
In here.
Open up!
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playgrounds? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty. Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check. Lest you forget, these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, I mean I. As you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phaesus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. As you can see, I run an establishment that caters to certain pleasures.
You're welcome to come and play anytime, if you escape with your...
Patrons have been kind so far.
So this is where you were, Master. I searched high and low for you.
Do take care not to stray so far next time.
It seems you have obtained information regarding the false sovereign. Captain Brant will be eager to hear of it, I'm sure. Shall we report this development to Captain Brant? Certainly, Master. I can take you to this individual.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Well, well. He is merely Disa's puppet, then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of her schemes. Even were he to be removed, I suspect, but if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. Phases, was it? He seems a man of import, and yet I have never heard of him. Pray, allow me to investigate this matter further. You've done well, Your Majesty. Thank you.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phases.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Disa's misdeeds. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of it. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation.
Pray, follow me. Shall we make for Vernworth Palace?